Hi, it's Hans at ahappierman.com. Today's topic is focus on what you want. And on the converse, don't focus on what you don't want. One of my favorite teachers is Dr. Robert Anthony. I've got a number of his programs, and they've really helped me. And he breaks things down in a way that makes a lot of sense. And he kind of coalesces a lot of ancient ideas and teachings and New Age thought into something that makes sense. And one of the biggest things that he would say is, in order for you to get something you want, you would focus on what you want, and do not focus on what you don't want. Because the idea is, by continually focusing on what you want, you will end up vibrating and vibrating in alignment with that, whatever it is you want, and aligning your energy toward that of which you want. And this is, I think, this will make sense the way I'm explaining it here, so bear with me. I think that's why a smaller goal that is, let's say, doable with considerable effort in a shorter amount of time is something that people can wrap their heads around accomplishing, right? If you're going to be playing a game this weekend and you have a week to focus on that game, it will be easier for you to do so, right? To focus on performing at your best in this coming week, rather than, well, a year from now, right? A year from now. So you're focusing, you're bringing your attention laser sharp toward this one goal, this coming performance this week. I do this all the time when I'm going to give like a public talk at my work, right? I focus in on my goal is to give a great talk, to be confident and have my material know it backwards and forwards, and have a talk that helps people, whoever I'm talking to. But see, that's just one talk. Could be 15 minutes, half hour, 45 minutes, an hour, or a couple of hours. But I'm working on that talk, leading in the time, leading up to it, and focusing on it, and kind of practicing and getting it all dialed in and polished up the way I want it to be. So that's a way to, I want to give a great talk. I don't want to go in there nervous and botch things up and present bad information and stumble all over my words. I want it all to be well done, right? So that's the goal, and that's what I want, right? So I've accomplished a lot of different things in my life, after learning from Dr. Robert Anthony about this focus idea. And there are still a couple of things in my life that are not where I want them to be. So I'm having to work on those things, trying to using these concepts. But these concepts make total sense. Even if you've never heard of it, you would agree that, yeah, you got to concentrate on it. If you're having a big test tomorrow at your college, you're going to be studying for that test in the days leading up to it, right? You're probably not going to get drunk the night before the test. You're probably going to be spending time and effort to do your best, because you want to do well, you want to get a good grade. So you would be doing the things necessary in order to accomplish that, right? That just makes total sense. So if you can break down everything that you want in this manner, I think you'll have a lot more success in accomplishing your goals. And then thinking about it the other way, about the not wanting, yeah, a lot of times we have circumstances in our lives that are kind of opposite of what we would like, right? We don't want them, but we still focus. But by saying something about the don't want, that somehow aligns our energy, and we're magnetizing what we don't want, because that's all we're thinking about is what we don't want. So somehow or another, you have to get off the idea of thinking about things in a don't want sense. You want to always think in a want sense. I want to go to the gym and bench press the highest rate I want to make a personal record in some lift at the gym. I want to lose X number of pounds. I want to impress my boss at the review. I want to put on a great holiday party, right? You want, not what you don't want. You don't want to say, yeah, I don't want to fall down the steps, right? You got to put things always in the positive sense. The more you can do that in a positive way, the better your life is going to become. And of course, there's also the idea of breaking things down into a smaller increment. You know, saying, well, I want $1 million. It might be better to say, well, I want to save $10,000, right? Start with something a little more manageable and then work from there. There's nothing that says once you accomplish one goal, you can't start on the next, right? And that's kind of the classic way, is you chunk by chunk things upward toward your ultimate, but you got to start with the first one, right? I want $10,000 and I want to have it 2 years from now. How much do I got to save each month to get it, right? That's what I'm kind of getting at. So give that idea some thought, all for now.